You almost are, actually, right?
No.
No. Yo, happy November, everybody. We are back in the house on Sunday. Stay tuned. We've got 2 minutes. Please share the link, and we about to start the show.
The ongoing series about the life of the people touched by the love of the Pacific. Here are their stories. This is Highway 54.
Yo, happy November, everybody, and happy belated Veterans Day, D3. And to all my brothers and sisters out there all over the world, literally all over the world, from Europe to Asia to all over the United States, Guam, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Alaska. Hope you guys had a great uh, veteran weekend. It was pretty cool. Down here in Southern California, it was nice weather. Did a wedding. Me and Eric did a wedding, DJ'd for a wedding, high school friend. They had a Hawaiian-ish theme at the Bali High here in San Diego. Beautiful wedding, and they had a you can be an ordained minister. Dude,
Yeah, I mean, in
like
Alaska, I know you could be a minister. You mean for the wedding, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you can be one at 16. That was when we were in Alaska. You could, as early as 16, somebody could actually officiate your ceremony.
Yeah, so I knew about it that they had civilian ordained ministers, but I thought they had to go like a long ass process. They got to go through training, certificate. They have
That's
to be
exciting.
part of a church or whatever, but you don't actually. You can go online and be an ordained minister. So if you have a family and friend not very religious, or it means more if D3 or Carla could to ordain to do the ceremony, you can ordain yourself for a day if you wanted to, or that
Some of
day.
that short-ass ceremony. Right,
Yay, it'll be on off the hook. So basically what happened is my
right.
yeah. But it would
But
be fun though. Like who married you, and they just it is some you gotta pay like a package, like $95 to get this whole package certificate, and you get little like sequence and guide how to read off, married, husband, wife, yes I do. Anyways, I didn't know. So the lady that did ours was a Filipino, but she's part of this big group of ordained ministers from Jewish, Catholic,
Mhm.
Christian, non-Protestant, non-denominational, whatever. But she was very seasoned. She put jokes in it and all that, in between the messages and all that. But she was the only one that did kind of a Filipino kind of a wedding. So we have like the cord and the veil and some coins and some sand and all that. So a little extra. But she was funny. She was on it. She was not too corny, but corny enough where I'm interested in being an ordained minister.
Oh my God. You're gonna be not a masseuse, what do you call it?
Yeah.
You're gonna do all
Yeah. Well, basically, because what me and Eric does, sometimes the DJ, they'll have coordinators and they're cheap. Like they pay a coordinator and then they don't have enough money. If you've been through a wedding, coordinators, they do a lot. They get people riled up, they get people in line, they get the names, they announce, they get people to get ready for the next sequence, the program. They read, anyways. Eric and myself, mainly Eric, he's been doing weddings forever, and he was pretty much the coordinator. And then the ordained minister just walks up that 2 hours before. Okay, I'm here. So okay, we already got the sequence. You want to add a little bit? You good with that? And anyways, she did her part, but me and Eric were pretty much the coordinators for. Congratulations, Sarah and Dan. They are right now in Hawaii, spending 2 weeks there, and bless you and your new family, and hopefully you get some kids down the road, because I know your dad wants a kid, Dan. Anyway, so that was my weekend, Veterans Day, and then I spent Veterans Day at a wedding. But this weekend worked at the spa and take care of family. Happy birthday to who had a birthday? Mary Chan, Brian, and Isaiah's having a birthday, and my stepson Yuji turned 16 today, actually, in Japan. So he's 16 years old. A lot of birthdays. Yeah, November is just a lot of birthdays, man. You any birthdays on your family side?
My grandmother, rest in peace. She was born this month.
Most of mine
nobody that I really like that I care to mention.
Is September, yeah.
I don't know. November. Yeah, I can't think of anybody. Yeah. I don't know.
All November. So all your birthdays were in October?
September.
Yeah, most of my families is in the September months that I know of.
We September, we Virgo babies.
And
that's right. September.
Yeah, my dad's is May, and my other father, his is December.
Yeah. How about your mom, Carla? When's her birthday?
My mom's is June the 28th.
Our wedding day.
Yeah, our wedding day.
Oh wow.
Cancer.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we had a little off week last week. We talked about Will Smith a little bit too long, but we got some good topics today. So, cousin Dana has a birthday. Dana.
Yeah, cousin Dana.
Thanks, Mom. Mama, who that is?
Hey, Mom. What's going on? So, Carla, we we've been talking about this movie. You were ending the movie. I was starting the movie exactly the same time on Netflix, right? The new movie is called The Harder They Fall.
Yeah.
Tell us about what's the movie about?
That movie was dope. It's a Black Western. Where was it? Where was it at anyway?
I don't think they really talked about the actual location, but I want to say in between Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Something like that. And it was amazing. The fact that they used actual real characters. Those are the names of real people during the West. Yes. Those are real people.
Yeah.
And they use those, but they just changed the storyline to where chances are in real life they really didn't meet, but they put all of those together to make you think, okay, so these people really existed. Let me do my own research and find out what their lives are really about. Like, for instance, the guy Bass Reeves, who was the sheriff, he's the one that the Lone Ranger was taken from. But they don't say about that. Yeah, the Lone Ranger was based off of him and the things that he did in the West, but they don't really talk about that. So it's really interesting. I mean, it's cool that it makes you think.
Yeah.
It's an all-star cast. I know Carl and Ariel watched it today, and my mother watched it as well. So
So
I'd like to know what they think about that. As
yeah, so it had Jonathan Majors, Idris, the Black Superman, Sassy, Regina King, also known as is it Trudy? Is it
Trudy.
Trudy? What was her name in? She was in Poetic Justice. She was in tons of movies. Delroy Lindo, Lake Keith, Stanfield, R.J. Seiler, Danielle Deadwater, and a lot of characters, actors and actresses that you've seen in other casts. Not really big names, but you've seen them before. It's an American revenue, a revision of Western. We got to remember, and I knew, I'm not sure everybody knew, but we have black cowboys out there. Black Westerns. We had gangs, robbers. We had business people. Only a few years ago, I was how many eight old I was when I knew about Tulsa. But we talked about this is part of history that's not really publicized or told to us, that these people may or did survive or actually existed. But we talked about it, D3, that this was a film kind of a Quentin Tarantino, what's that guy, Madonna's ex-boyfriend husband?
Yeah.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie kind of style, very style music. Obviously, in most uh, Black American movies, they usually have the soundtrack is bumping, like that sells. And the director used the soundtrack for this movie on point. Like it was emotional. I mean, to the very end. And the twist and the plot twist. If you guys haven't seen it, please, we might have some spoilers here, but the plot twist at the end, it was like, what the fuck?
True day.
Yeah, Nate Love. Nate Love is the main character with Rufus Buck. I'm not going to tell you exactly what the relationship with Nate Love and Rufus Buck is, but anyways, Nate Love basically, yeah. Rufus Buck played by Idris, and Nate Love was and Cherokee Bill. You talk about Cherokee Bill, man. It was just this movie's a style. It was like it was cool. It was
yeah. The music was amazing.
Do you imagine living during that time and you just like all of a sudden just kill somebody?
I don't know. I'm glad I didn't live in.
My thing is this. I think about little small weird stuff from back in the past that we have now that we take for granted. Now think about it. Back then, they didn't shower much. You had a tub that you used maybe once a week. On top of that, everybody that had a gun, the gun was a .45 caliber. So chances are, even if you got medical care, it ain't gonna help you none. That's a huge hole they just put in you.
They barely had penicillin.
People were dying off of all types of stuff, smallpox, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
For a regular person was barely in their 20s.
Yeah.
So you had to grow up early.
Right.
And parents dying off and stuff like that. Next thing you know, hey, you got to work the farm. You got to do what you got to do at the age of 12.
I keep watching these period movies, and you know what? Tell me it's not a fetish, but could you imagine the fucking smell?
I know, right?
Do you ever see them take showers?
Horse poop everywhere.
No, and then the clothes look dusty anyway because it was like a bunch of dust out there. They look dusty.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they didn't take a bath every day. Like
no, once a week maybe.
And think about it, syphilis was running rampant. You got all types of stuff jumping off.
The BO is like, holy shit.
Yeah.
What the fucking smell is this? They're traveling on the horse, and it's long, right? From Texas to Arizona. Arizona to New Mexico, it's pretty far.
Right.
And how many times they had time to wash themselves in between?
I thought about a trip that we took driving to California
Yeah.
from in between San Antonio and El Paso was nothing but dirt.
Yeah.
And that was in a car for hours. You imagine doing that on a horse and buggy?
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
man, that's like a 3-day trip.
Heavy BO feet, like holy shit.
Mm-mm.
If they had socks, some people don't even wear socks that time, right?
They had butt nuggets. They had all that.
Butt nuggets. But yeah, every time I watch a cowboy movie or any period of time, it's like, man, they must smell like, you know.
Right.
And it wasn't like they were brushing their teeth all the time or gargling.
Snuff.
Yeah, some of them had wood grain teeth.
Ooh, smell you later.
They put in the cheek, the tobacco. I said tobacco.
Some spearmint. All right, so I'm spoiler alert. We're about to watch 5 Easter eggs about the 5 Harder You Fall. So check this out.
Mom said, "Ew."
Ooh.
Oh, you can't
5
hear it.
things you might have missed.
Can't hear it, the volume.
Here now.
No. Nope. Nope.
No, hold on 1 second.
We could hear it earlier.
Yeah.
Carl said, what did he say? He said that they had X.
They had X? No, they didn't have X. I don't know what they had. Sugar, honey. You hear now?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, please.
Okay, so here are a few things you might have missed while watching the movie.
She did not age.
Yeah,
She looked the
she's
same age.
Let's go. One is the moment that you see Cherokee Bill and Trudy Smith walking past the train.
That's Cherokee Bill.
Take a moment and read the name of that train.
Did y'all see this?
A. Bozeman.
Wakanda forever.
Yes.
Bozeman.
I do.
Rest in power, King.
You don't like Regina King? Oh no, sorry.
Oh no, she was talking about the butt nuggets earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Town in Redwood,
The
you
Black
know,
Superman.
Look on the street and you see the names of the shops. You know what James.
That guy
did is
was in
start to
Blackish,
put
right?
family and friends, and their names became the shop. So there's a Carter and Carter General Store.
I already know who that is.
You know who the Carters are.
It's named after
Yes.
Daisy and Beyonce.
Daisy.
There's a director,
And it's an interesting
Mr.
thing.
Samuel.
When I was naming those, I was literally giving out stores like a dictator, calling up people. What's your middle name?
Man, it was
We'll
such a
name that
great movie. I'm
store
gonna watch it again.
And I called Jay. And
Yeah.
I was like, Jay,
What's
name
up with
goes with
Jay-Z's
Carter?
hair?
What you mean?
We call them home goods.
Jay's voice
Yeah.
is kind of high, it's aspirational. And he went,
I love this.
only one name goes with Carter. What name's that? He went, Carter. Carter and Carter. I was like,
No,
Carter and Carter.
No.
it wasn't that
There's a
good.
JL Savings Loan, and James Lasseter is the
James Lasseter.
producer. He's a great producer in Hollywood. People know him very well.
I wanted to have the bank, but I didn't think about it. You know, when I had the idea. When we go to Douglastown and Nat Love is riding in, you see a man taking a picture of another man in a coffin, and you see the name Rex Mills.
I didn't see that.
And during COVID,
Rex
I did an
Mills.
Instagram murder mystery
Oh,
that
wow.
starred Jay-Z, Ellen Pompeo, Tiffany
Murder mystery.
Haddish, Jesse Williams, Stella K. Brown, Cynthia Erivo, Zarcy Beats, and it ended with Morgan Freeman saying that he's Rex Mills.
I am Rex Mills.
And you see Rex Mills and The Harder They Fall, and Morgan Freeman plays Rex Mills. There's just so many like little things like that.
Nate Love.
Something else you might have missed. I don't know if you missed it, but it's just a fun fact that I happen to walk around with this thing all the time. Here we are in the real world, and
What movie
is
was
my
he
cup.
in? Nate
there's
Love.
also Nat Love's Cup
Remember he was in Low Key.
in the film.
Remember he was
He was in Low Key.
Kangaroo
Yeah,
Court.
yeah.
But before he became Kang the Conqueror, he was something else. Remember, he said he had different names.
That's right. He was in Loki. Oh my god, that's where I remember him.
And was it Lovecraft Country or Love?
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what the
big shout out to
huge
was his name Nikki Braden?
Yeah.
Her middle name is Gargamel. So
oh wow.
I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'll tell you the song.
Appreciate you for tuning in.
Yeah.
By CeeLo.
This was the best scene. I think so.
And it's
but you remember what Cuffy said when old dude was saying that he was faster than Cherokee Bill?
Yeah.
Have you seen anybody faster? She said in the mirror, and she proved it.
Yeah.
She proved it.
She got him, boy.
Yeah, she did dirty.
Over Jim Beckman.
Shot one kid.
That would be the best scene right there. She's a great actress. Who is she? Who is that girl?
She was yeah.
She was in the Have and Have Nots.
She was in the movie The Have Nots.
Mom, she was in the movie the show Have and Have Nots.
Oh, okay, got you.
Laquita, yeah, she was the quote unquote ghetto girl up on that.
Yeah.
And Hardly Fall, and also I remember I watched a YouTube clip where do you remember when they took what do you call that? Rufus, whatever his name is, Buck, Love. Anyways, they took him out of the vault.
Yeah.
Okay, right, with Regina Bell, and then Cherokee Bill, right? And then he did this. He grabbed their head and did a nod on their head like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like a head-to-head nod, right?
Yeah.
You know where that's from?
Uh-uh.
So that is like if you see the lions in Africa, lions, they would butt heads to show solidarity, brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the bond between the three of the gang, he would butt head like that. So that's part of.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. It's from Africa, from the what do you call it? The cubs and the lions, and they're all in one group and all that. And to show affection, they would butt heads. Boom.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, if you see that part when they took him out of the vault, that is what he does. He does it several times throughout the movie, and you show them that shows the bond between.
When he was talking with Trudy, they were in the saloon.
Trudy,
he was talking with Trudy, and they did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Right? That's deep.
That's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. It's like a fist bump, but it means more than that. That's how loyal these guys were to Rufus. Okay. All right, guys. So yeah, guys, check it out. The Heart of the Fall. We've got several movies out there. The Red with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds has a movie out with Gal Gadot. Red Notice, something like that.
Yeah. She's the one that played Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Was it Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot. All right, guys. So we talked about birthdays, right?
Right.
What are the odds that in your own family you would all have the same birthday? What do you think?
I mean, well, it didn't happen in our family.
Maybe
if more of us were Virgos, everybody would get along.
Yeah. So there is a we have other family, not in part of the whole family, where we had the same birthdays. So pretty much my ex's family, we had the same birthdays within my own family. But within your own sisters and brothers, what's the odds that you would have the same birthday? So serendipity. Do you believe in serendipity?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sarah and Simpy Dippity.
Serendipity. 3 sisters have the same birthday in 3 different years. Check us out. In Florida, 3 sisters in Florida share the same birthday, but they're not twins. They're not triplets, and it was years apart.
Right.
Sophia, Guliana, Mia were all born on August 25th, one in 2015, 2018, 2021, and all 3 were delivered naturally.
Mhm.
So the divine intervention, the moms would explain to this as serendipity, a divine intervention, fate, love, ones up above. And she said that I thought she would absolutely be born 2 weeks early, and she shared the same birthday. There were times where she'd think about it. Oh man, it's almost what's her name's birthday. You might be early, you might be late, but no, exactly. Every three sisters were born on August 25th.
Mhm.
What are the odds?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I've never heard of
I mean,
that
not
either.
with them, without being triplets or twins or what have you.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Do
Or
you,
induced twins or whatever.
is that luck?
I just be honest with you. I mean, you got variables in there. I be honest with you. I think they was all getting, the mom and dad was getting buck in their kid at the same time.
Planning out
Yeah.
9 months before.
Yeah, 9 months. So it had to be in November.
Yeah.
That's November. That's cuffing season. So they was cuffing each other or whatever. Like, Virgo looking mighty fine over there.
Oh man.
Oh.
So, yeah, I've have you met? Like, okay, I've dated 2 people with same birthdays.
No.
We couldn't stand. I'm an Aries, so we couldn't stand each other. But I've met 2 people that I've dated. We both had the same birthdays.
I'm just gonna put this out there because they say supposedly that Virgos can't work together because we're so anal on a lot of different things, but we're proof that it works. I personally have dated a Cancer. No,
Literally a Cancer.
I've dated
Your mama Cancer.
your mom's married. I'm not dating your mom.
Just
Ooh, yeah.
I've dated a Taurus.
Yeah.
No.
I've dated a Taurus. They're the
No,
worst.
that's like
Taurus are the worst.
Yeah, for me,
oil and water.
I don't think that Virgos and Taurus.
They say supposedly that Taurus and Virgos
that's
along,
bullcrap.
but but they have different, I guess, different things for Virgo males and Virgo females.
Oh, okay.
But me personally, Tauruses, as far as females are concerned, they're pretty headstrong. So it doesn't quite work with me because I'm kind of stubborn in my ways too. So
are you and Carlos similar?
Somewhat in some ways.
We are in some ways.
In some ways, yeah.
Who wears the pants?
He wears.
We
pants.
both do. It's cold outside.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
Just testing you.
You love that.
I was about to get big ups like, yeah, my man wear the pants. Like, yeah, we do. I got on pants right now.
Oh my God.
The thing is with us, we see as a relationship, it's about compromise.
Yeah.
I don't plan to know everything. I can't know everything. It's not possible. So if she has a good idea on something, I'm the type of person that's real analytical, and I'll just like, okay, well, let me think about the logistics of it and the details of it. Will it work? Cool.
Yeah.
If not, then we'll go to something else.
So the question is, your meeting, we're getting personal here, is your meeting, your whole story and journey, was it serendipity? Was it meant to be? Were there signs?
I think so because
we've
both been through a whole bunch of crap in our past, and they'd be like, you know what? I'm not looking for nothing, but then it popped up. So what are you gonna do? Rocks, boogaloo, or barbecue? So we just took a chance. And stepped out on faith, and we've been good ever since.
Yep, continuing to grow.
Yep. And I actually look at her and be like, would I actually share a toothbrush with this person? And every day I'm like, yeah, okay, so that's who I need to be with.
Ew.
It's a joke.
I mean,
All right, let me go check my toothbrush.
Am I willing to
smell it
with this person? Yeah. Do I genuinely like this person?
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
That I don't mind being around them.
Yeah.
I let her rock my toothbrush maybe once or twice, but after that, her tooth nuggets to herself.
I mean, if you had it in your mouth, you know how you wake up in the morning, you have, oh shit, it's not mine. Fuck it, it's just her. I know where her mouth being.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe you just shouldn't use a brush. Dun dun dun. All right, guys, let's move on here. TV.
Sorry,
You
Mom.
guys like movie fan theories. I know a lot of movies out there got different, like, you know what? This is what this movie is about. So one of the biggest one is The Dark Knight. Boom, boom, boom. 2008 with who? Heath Ledger. Hold on. All right. We had some great movie theories back in a couple months ago, right, Carla? So
Right.
here's one. Remember The Dark Knight, 2008. If there's one thing about every superhero fanatic remembers is from this iconic Batman film from 2008, it's Heath Ledger's legendary performance as the Joker that earned him a Oscar. Rest in peace. I know he passed away before he got that Oscar. With a character as complex as the Joker, though, there are some, of course, a lot of theories as to how he became one of the best fictional supervillains of all time. You can imagine any villains out there as big as the Joker? Not really,
Thanos.
right?
Thanos. Yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah.
But before Thanos, was, of
Oh,
course,
before
the
Thanos,
Joker.
no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that one. But many movies with the Joker, right? Because of Batman. All right, and Joker even had his own movie. So many Batman fans have speculated about the Joker's origin story, but no theory has been as compelling as this one, and suggests that the villain, the Joker, played by Heath Ledger, was a soldier in the Iraq War who is suffering PTSD. Maybe. This not only explains his facial scarring and his extensive knowledge about explosive and firearms and organization, but also just there's a deeper insight into his madness and torture psyche as a PTSD veteran. In one scene, for example, the Joker mentions rather bitterly in one scene that he said no one would bat an eye if a truckload of soldiers got blown up. Now, could it be that his disgust stems from his status as a disgruntled and mentally unbalanced war veteran?
And then again, how do we know that he didn't put those scars on his mouth, and that's why he constantly saying why so serious?
Yeah,
we don't know if he was actually saying it to himself before and cut those spots in his face.
Yeah. Well, in the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, that origin story is where he has a sickness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's why he's always laughing. He can't help himself but to laugh. He gets nervous, he gets embarrassed, he gets awkward, he laughs.
Right.
But it could be a good origin story that he was an actual soldier or Marine, whatever,
right,
and that he's suffering from PTSD. As you know, the Joker throughout all the movies and comics, he was very organized. You know, he was,
and it seemed like he was old enough to be within Desert Storm, probably.
Yeah. So that's a possibility.
Yeah,
that the Joker is an Iraq war veteran.
Yeah, I can actually see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
To be kind of honest with you, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I was kind of rooting for him to a certain extent. You know, after seeing him making that pencil disappear, I'm like, okay.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's the truth.
He's the truth.
You sleep if you want, just because he looks funny. Okay, he got hands.
Yeah.
Right.
He made that pencil disappear. He did his thing.
Oh man.
Root for him for a little.
There's so we talked about there's so many versions of the Joker. You know, they got the Joker from Suicide Squad. They got the Joker from the Batman series. They got the Joker at the Gotham TV show. They got the Joker now, and then of course Joker in comics. There's other versions of Joker. So I mean, what's your favorite version? It's kind of hard to say. All of them, you know, pretty much.
Yeah.
But the newest Joker, we all knew because Joaquin Phoenix has that type of insane, you know, mentality.
Right.
And he played it well. Dark. And
he pulled it off.
Yeah.
Pulled it off.
Yep.
All right, man. So going back to Squid Games and people jumping off cliffs, people getting high off life, high tolerance of pain, right?
Right.
There is a German on trial right now for castrating men on his kitchen table.
That's gross. I mean, the kitchen. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, a German electrician has gone on trial accused of murdering the death of one man and mutilating several others by performing illegal operations on their dental tools. A German electrician went on trial accused of murdering. So, he did it before at the request of a client.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one he did, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh. He killed the last victim. This is a 66-year-old told a regional court in Munich that he performed the procedures as at the men's request. And it says here he's part of that BDSM kind of theory where people like
Right.
just stomp on my balls kind of thing, kick me in the balls, or pee. Sorry, this is very
Hit me
nasty.
with a paddle or some
Hit me in the paddle, pee my
pain.
mouth,
Pain.
golden shower kind of thing. But I guess these guys asked him to partially castrate them, and he was making money off it. And the only reason why he's in trouble because one person died. Basically, he told these guys that he was a trained medical professional, but he was actually just an electrician.
That like to cut balls.
Cut balls.
Cut your lights out.
Like to smash balls.
Yeah.
Literally smash balls.
This actually, I got a lot of questions on this one. Number one, okay, so what made them not question his credentials? Number one. Number two, why would you think he was qualified enough to do that to you? Number three, why would you want him to do anything to your genitals? What actually happened in your lifetime to where they obviously had some type of anger or dissension towards their genitals anyway? That doesn't make any.
Like, how do you advertise for that? I mean, how does that come up in conversation?
Yeah, are you on Craigslist like, hi, my name is Dorsey. I'm 36. I'm a Cancer, and I'd like to meet somebody that could just kick me in the balls repeatedly until either I pass out or die from lack of blood. I mean, come on now. I mean that.
Yeah, how does that come up in the conversation?
I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense to me.
We don't have to say it, and we're not being biased here, but
guess what race it is?
They white. These people doing it. I'm not saying no Asian or no black person or what Latino doesn't do this stuff, but you already know by the headline, it's a white person from Germany. Yeah. I don't know. It's like people. We don't live in that world, but I could understand. Like I said, I went back to Squid Game. It's rich people they can do whatever the fuck they want. Probably rich people have all the money in the world, and they want to get high doing something that normal people don't know, and that's fucking cutting my balls off. So, and it's kind of in play with those people who stick pins in their backs, and then they hang from the ceilings and shit, and they get a epiphany or whatever from pain and the high, and them cutting their balls is like pain, like it's a high, whether it be drugs, and this is pain, physical pain. So, I'm not here to judge them motherfuckers, but why? Why?
I personally don't understand. I mean, so you mean to tell me that you're cool or you're okay with somebody actually hurting you? Or you just, I got a problem with cold water because I don't want shrinkage. That's just me. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna let somebody castrate me on purpose. No sir.
Right. Yeah. Where did he get the supplies? Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I mean, even
What do
till
you
this,
mean that doesn't
even till this day, right now, like especially okay, I can speak for the Philippines. They do not circumcise until they're like kids, like 15, 12, 10, 11, 12 years old.
Oh, so they gotta walk around with their hat on that long?
Yeah, yeah. It's not always by a doctor, man. They go right in the home. Book.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, we did it. I mean, my mom, they asked my mom back in the 70s, and my mom's like, hey, do you want your son circumcised? Goes, yeah, okay. Otherwise, mom, you probably told him probably cut too much.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But no. So basically, what I'm saying, what happened was,
What the hell?
castration part of the circumcision. It's possible. It doesn't have to be done by a doctor, I guess.
That's true because remember he's talking about when people go out of the country. Remember we were in Japan.
True that.
People were going to like the Philippines. They were going to other
Circumcised.
places. Yeah, no, not just circumcision. They were going to get their boobs done, all kinds of different surgeries and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Breast
But
and bicep implants and stuff
Yep.
like that.
Much cheaper.
it is cheaper. Some people here going to Mexico,
Yeah.
getting dental work. They actually have people, yeah. And then that's a whole nother podcast. You're talking about medical. I forsake my German chemistry. I want to raise my honorable Irish heritage of drinking and punching. Yeah, punching people in the balls.
Yeah.
People get off of that.
That was yeah.
I don't know. Some Europeans, they be violent. They like.
I'm glad I don't have balls.
Yeah. It's not fun. Come on, D3. You played football or basketball or soccer and you get sideswiped. Like, oh,
that's why I'm shaking my head. They tell you to put a cup on, but a cup hurts even more.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, do y'all understand if you just graze a ball, it hurts in your stomach? It don't hurt down there. It hurts up here. You're like, look, just give me a minute to adjust. One of my balls is up in my throat right now. No.
Well, I don't want to Google it, but someone might go Google it. But why are people a fetish for castration? I don't understand.
Is it because they're alphabet? Maybe the alphabet people.
I'm thinking.
Are they want to be a eunuch? Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking either that or they've been traumatized. Something pertaining to their genitals when they were younger, and they've grown accustomed to not liking their genitals anymore. Like
Chicago Med. Remember when the boy cut off his thing because he was a pedophile and he was like obsessed with like these women and stuff like that. So in order to control himself, he cut his.
Yeah. So he was actually what he did was in the episode. I'm sure it's probably art imitates life anyway. So what he did was he was in school and he liked this girl with blonde hair and he walked up to her. And he was sexually attracted to her, so he ended up having a hard on. But at the same time, he would actually cut a piece of her blonde hair off to remember her instead of just approaching her as a man or whatever, and just going through the normal route. But then he was in the hospital, and they would figure out what was going on with him. And they left, and he left his bed and went into another room where a girl was
a blonde girl.
Yeah, she was blonde, but she wasn't awake or anything like that. And he was just sitting there in his gown, just with nothing else underneath it. And he was sexually aroused and he ended up cutting her hair. And then when another doctor saw him, he chased him into a bathroom. He locked himself in the bathroom and he tried to castrate himself because he didn't want to feel that way or be sexually aroused towards another female or anything like that.
So maybe that could have been it. I don't know.
People,
they don't identify as men because of their genitals. So I mean,
So castration is part of the like. I don't feel this assigned gender to myself,
right?
That, and I don't want to go to the doctors because I don't want people fucking knowing my business.
Yeah.
And this guy says, I'm a medical professional. I can cut your balls or cut your whole dick off, whatever. But by reading this, man, he also offers sexual services too.
sadomasochistic.
Yeah, whatever that word is, I don't even know. Websites in order to earn money to pay off debts, and so part of this thing is where, hey, can you castrate me too? And he said, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. So it's trauma. It is, yeah, Edwin. It is trauma.
Right.
But try not to be, trying to understand what the hell, what is going on with people's minds, and so mental health, man.
That ain't my business. They just because it's different don't mean it's wrong, but that's you. Do you? No, bro. Yeah. Back up, Bucky.
What's the snake without the venom? I mean, so they just cutting the balls
just
off.
A worm.
Right.
It's an eel.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. I good luck to that guy from Germany. But hey, man. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story, man. So I went to Germany as a young buck, and their magazines and porn, it is different there, right? It's in the airport. It's in the convenience stores and shit. And that's the first time I see some stuff like, what the fuck? People taking a shit and pee and look, I didn't know any of this stuff. So Germany, Europe is not Germany. Europe is in a whole different level. And don't forget, Japan too. You don't see that shit, right, Carla? You don't see that shit, but they very crazy behind closed doors.
Right.
Yeah, like they eating sushi off people's bodies and shit, and
they put the tadpoles or something in somebody's ass, and
yeah, dude.
She was shooting them out, and the other girl was eating it.
Yeah. That's why in Japan we have trains just for females, because they are just perverted. They're very, very perverted people, even though they don't have a lot of sex. That's weird. Like, it's they're not having
we're buying the panties.
Yeah.
The girls would
don't they have an issue with pubic hair too out there? Yep. You can't show pubic hair, but they doing all this other wild stuff with tadpoles and out of people booty.
Yep.
The love hotels too.
The love hotels, yeah. No, don't get it wrong. Japan is very like Europe. There's some weird shit happening over there. Yeah. Like people watching, do my husband, do my wife kind of shit there. All kinds of stuff there in Japan.
But then, like, when it comes to adultery and stuff like that, they definitely do that quite a bit.
They don't talk about that on Rosetta Stone.
No, man. Like you said, there's vending machines before with underwears, used underwears and stuff.
Used panties, yes.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, I'm serious. You'll see. Yeah.
You can get everything in Japan in the vending machine.
Yeah.
Ain't no telling what's growing on that. How long has it been sitting in there? B16 has been sitting in there for a month and a half.
Well, right, Carla. I mean, just go to Akihabara. I mean, there's like maid cafes and people like to cuddle and shit, and like you can go to a girl just to clean your ears. I mean, yeah, man.
It was some weird stuff going on over there. We're not making up stuff. Like hotels, they would hide that they would go in there for like it. You wouldn't even say like a day or whatever. They would go in there for like an hour to do what they needed to do, whatever.
Oh, so they got hourly hotels like we got over here.
Yes, I do. Okay, so why? So
those things are so dope.
So why do they have so many love hotels in Japan? Carla, you know, right?
Yeah, because they
privacy.
Yeah, but they're okay with adultery, but then at the same time they're ashamed of it. It's weird.
Well, there's several reasons, but the number one reason is because have you ever lived off base, Carla, in those houses? The houses are
in Okinawa, but not
their houses the walls are thin. Like, if you fart, you can hear. I've heard my next door neighbor fart.
Oh.
So think about if you have sex with your wife or your husband, whatever. What do you think you're gonna hear? Right now, a lot of Japanese live with their parents, right, or their sons or kids. Walls are paper thin, so you can't be doing the bump and grinding and stepping on my balls kind of thing, because people are gonna hear it and shit, right? So they have love hotels.
Mhm.
I have partaken a couple times.
I'm
like,
I've never been to one, but I've seen them. I've
they
seen
got a
them.
jungle
Yeah.
rainstorm theme. They got like a aquarium bed. Yeah,
You
bro.
can get like vibrators, I heard, and all that stuff in the machines and
Sanrio room. There's a Harley. There's a haunted house room. Dude, if you've not tried,
like role play
yeah.
and do all this other kind of crazy. I mean, almost it's crazy.
If
But
you have not tried a love hotel in Japan, please go to Japan. Check, they're everywhere.
yeah, he
Well,
said
they have people there waiting for you, and you just pick which one you want.
So no, you walk in, right? There is sometimes there's somebody behind the like the counter. Like you can't see their face, but you see like their hands and shit. Or there's like a menu and the room theme.
Mhm.
It'll tell you if it's open or not, and you just press the button,
Mhm.
right? And you go up to the room. Okay, you go to that room, level, room, section, floor 1, 2, 3. You open the door. Once you open the door and you close it behind you, it locks. So the only way to get out is you pay. So in the room, whatever theme it is, they got beds, they got karaoke, you can order food, there's a jacuzzi, they got oils, they got whatever, they got outside patio. Yeah. Yeah, you can do the boom boom here and there.
You actually bring your date there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You can bring your husband, your wife.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, okay, so is it somebody already there designated for you when you pick that room, or okay?
No. You bring yeah. There's nobody there besides the cleaners and the staff.
I was about to say, like,
You bring.
Who's next?
So they take it a step further because obviously some wives and husbands use that, lovers, whatever, but also the mistresses use that place also. So they park their car. They have a little board.
Yeah, on the tags.
They have a little board and they hide their license plates.
Yeah.
Love hotel in Japan is off the chain.
Yeah. That's why I said they're ashamed. They're okay with adultery.
Wow.
They support it. Yeah. So Japan is amazing.
Wow.
The best kept secret on earth. So yeah, the diseases over there. Yeah, you get
it was like that in Korea. When I was in Korea for a year, we actually had the STD clinic on Mondays, and we just see the dudes that were downtown or at Camp Humphreys or at Osan, and we saw a whole bunch of dudes like.
Korea is a different level. That's a different animal.
Seas doing what you ain't had no business doing. So now they got to get a shot in the ass. Oh, but they had this one dude. He had a real quick story. He had a testicular torsion.
Damn.
So which goes back to what you were saying. Maybe he was part of that quote unquote that sadomasochistic style, because we had to do emergency surgery on him, and he came down to our ward, and we had to, of course, do orthostatic vital signs and ice packs constantly because the spermatic cords in both of his testicles were twisted.
So he doing the boom boom too many times, or
no? The thing was, he said that she was giving him oral gratification. The problem was it was for too long, and the testicular cords in his testes got twisted. So I don't know if he was doing some fondling and they got twisted or whatever like that, but it was cutting off blood supply to his balls.
Was her name Song Tan Sally?
No, he said it was her name.
Her name was Nasty Nina.
Nasty Nina.
So
Nasty Kim.
Surgery because he was losing the blood supply going to his balls. So it was bad. So he went to emergency surgery and whatever, and then of course we had to put ice packs and anything like that on him. But they had this thing called black gonorrhea out there, to where if you catch that, it's not over here in the United States, so you got to stay over there. So whoever you have to go ahead and marry old girl, because that's you.
Wow.
But it's
black gonorrhea.
That's what they call it.
Black gonorrhea. Dang.
Why are we black?
Because that's what it looked like under a microscope. But at the same time, they actually would have to get the pus. I'm trying not to be funny, but the pus out of a guy's thing. This thing looked like a yam. They had to beat it.
Wow.
They had to beat it out with a mallet. So
oh my God.
and everything like that. So then his thing was looking like a yam.
Oh God!
So what happened is in Asia, sometimes you got professionals out there. You know what I'm saying? We live by military base. Unfortunately, there are some professional men and females out there, especially in Korea. In Japan, so I'm gonna tell you, you want to learn something here in Japan. So they work long hours, right, Carla? They work long hours. The business people, long. They get married. You know, they're very traditional. Get married, get kids. So at a certain time of how long they've been married or have kids, the woman usually will stay home, and the men will work like 12, 13, 15-hour days, 6 days a week, whatever it is, right?
Right.
So they usually, typically stop having sex once they get married, or it's very rare. You know, they just do it for the kids, whatever. You know, not for the vine, but you know, for the kid, for the kids, right? So what happens, and the more successful that the Japanese men become, the more they don't have sex. So what happens to the female? And they become of age, right? Of like, say, 35, 40, 50. So basically, there's a lot of MILFs in Japan. Sugar mama. There's sugar mamas everywhere in Japan. And that's why a lot of people will go to Japan. And of course, sugar daddies, that's everywhere. But for the most part in Japan, it's a big deal. They stop having, and now the younger generation, millennials, whatever they are, Gen Zs, they stop having sex because they have these games and shit online. Like, they don't want to interact with people. They stop having sex. They're asexual or whatever it is. And so Japan has a low percentage of babies being born every year for the past 10, 15 years.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
I can believe that because they.
So when Tony Boy or you know, young airmen come, or young soldier or seaman from Bucktooth, North Carolina or something, come in Japan, that we're rock stars, man. You know what I'm saying? And like Korea, they can have too much sex, or they have sex with someone who's a veteran and know what the hell they're doing, and they get hurt. Yeah. But bottom line, there's a lot of sugar mamas in Japan. I don't know. I'm just saying I heard that there is. Seen them before. Golfing. They usually take the guys golfing.
Golfing. Remember Yasuko? Purple Lady.
Yeah, Purple Lady. Yeah. Anyways, bottom line, guys, Japan is a very interesting place to be, but there is an underlying nightlife.
Yeah, the nightlife is out of control, Burrow.
Yeah.
Pungy. Out of control.
Yep. Wait, this whole time, Carla, you never brought your mom to Japan?
My mom, no, she didn't come to Japan. Yeah, they don't really travel that much. So, but she did go to Guam though, Floyd.
Ooh, okay.
She went to Guam, Hawaii, Alaska.
Yeah.
But she didn't come over to Japan or Germany when I was over there. But she did go to Guam. That's where mom. That's where Floyd's from.
But has she been to Waldorf?
Ooh. No.
Southern Maryland.
Yeah. So what did you guys like about Guam before we leave here? What did you like about Guam?
I wasn't in Guam. She was in Guam.
She went to Guam by herself?
No, she went. My parents went to. They went to Guam with her son.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, Guam's a nice place. Food, beach.
Yeah. I like the Kelowna and stuff. I've had the food and everything. I've had all the food and stuff, but I haven't been.
Yeah. Guam's pretty laid back, and yeah, it's a beautiful place. I believe in that. I've been living there on and off from Guam a very long time. So, but Japan, guys, Japan's a crazy place.
Yeah,
I love it. I'll go back in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat, I would go. I'm going. I want to go. I mean, we're going to Maldives first, but I want to go.
Yeah. Well, I suggest everybody, please if you have the chance, the money, please go to Japan at least once. Tokyo. I mean, there's a lot of places in Japan that you can go to, but at least Tokyo, there's so many places you can go to.
Mom
And,
says
I just passed through. I think it was PACAF basketball tournament, but I just passed through. I didn't spend time there. I wish I did.
Yeah.
play basketball. You did?
No, it was a PACAF tournament. I was there. I was just watching. I was chilling. I caught a hop there for $8 and called it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. All right, guys. Thanksgiving is around the corner. Yeah. Not this week, the next week after, right?
Yeah. Thank you everybody for watching too.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming in.
Mom.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Edward. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Happy birthday to all the November birthdays. I got a birthday, Isaiah. I got so many birthdays. Yeah. And we will back next week and we will have more fun. Guys, Mama Barbara, please comment, tell Carla what we did wrong. We were funny. We've got more stuff. Remember, only a couple months ago, we were doing like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know if there's some topics, some things that you do want us to talk about. And
then possibly we can get you on here.
And we want y'all to come on.
Yeah.
So
Edwin, bro, you wanna join us? Please come on board. Carl, you're always welcome back, bro. We only had you one time. Let's bring us back in. You got a topic in mind, hot topic of the week? Let us know. Let Carla know. Let D3 know, and we're very open, man. Edwin, camera, lights, private place. We got you, brother. Let us know.
Yep.
All right, guys. This is Highway 54 with Kid Mango, D3, and Carla. We'll see you guys all next week. Don't forget Twitch, 8 to 11 p.m. playing your slow jams and videos and requests. Thank you guys so much.
Y'all got to remember we're Eastern.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a great evening, guys. See you guys next week.
All right.
All right.
We hope you enjoyed the show today. Do us a favor and click on the like button or share our podcast. Thanks for listening. Till next time, we are Highway 54.